Ever feel like God hit pause on your life? You've prayed, you've waited, you've done the right things, and still, the door won't open. But what if this delay isn't rejection? What if it's protection? What if the waiting is the place where God is building the version of you that can actually carry the blessing? Stay with me, because in a few minutes, you'll see the delay in a way that can change how you breathe in this season. If this is describing you, do something bold. Type in the comments, "I trust God's timing," not as a cute phrase, as a decision. And if you've been quietly fighting discouragement, hit like and subscribe. You're not here by accident. Microhook. Because the hardest part isn't that you're waiting, it's that you don't know what the waiting means. Let's be honest, waiting can feel like spiritual purgatory. Not because you're weak, but because uncertainty is exhausting. Here's what happens in your mind during delay. Your brain tries to protect you by filling in the blanks, and when you don't have answers, it usually writes painful stories like, "God forgot me. I must have failed the test. Why is everyone else moving forward but me? Maybe I'm not chosen like I thought." And that's where anxiety grows, not always from the problem itself, but from the unknown around it. Sometimes you're not even tired from life, you're tired from interpreting silence. Microhook. Now here's the twist. God doesn't waste seasons. If you're waiting, something is being formed. There are delays in the Bible that look cruel until you see the strategy. Think about Joseph. He had a dream from God, and then life did the opposite. Betrayal, a pit, slavery, false accusation, prison. If Joseph measured God's love by speed, he would have concluded, "God left me." But the delay wasn't abandonment, it was training. Because the same man who needed character in private would later carry authority in public. The delay was preparing Joseph to lead without revenge, to rule without pride, to interpret pressure without breaking. Or consider Moses. He thought his calling would happen fast. Instead, he spent years in a desert learning humility, learning patience, learning to obey without applause. And Abraham, promise and time. Because sometimes God waits not because he can't, but because the blessing needs a stronger foundation than your excitement. Here's a reframing that can change your whole week. God is not withholding from you. God is preparing you. And the waiting room has lessons you can't learn anywhere else. There are things you can only develop when you don't get your way immediately. 1. Trust that isn't based on outcomes. It's easy to trust God when things move quickly, but trust becomes real when you still believe while nothing changes. 2. Resilience. Waiting teaches you how to hold pressure without becoming bitter. It teaches you how to keep doing right without instant reward. 3. Deeper dependence on God, not just his gifts. This is a big one. Waiting reveals what your soul is really chasing. Are you seeking God, or are you seeking the feeling of finally? Because sometimes God will delay an answer until the answer doesn't become your idol. 4. Purified desire. Delay can refine what you want and why you want it, not to punish you, but to protect you. And here's the part most people don't see. Sometimes the delay is God saving you from a yes that would have crushed you. 5. A quick story. A woman I'll call Maya prayed for a new job for almost a year. She did interviews, got close, and then nothing, over and over. At first, she told herself she was fine, but privately, she felt embarrassed, overlooked, and angry. She'd scroll through social media and think, everyone is advancing except me. One night, she said something honest in prayer. God, I'm not just waiting for a job. I'm waiting to feel safe again. And that was the turning point. During the delay, she started doing two things. She began journaling what the waiting was revealing in her: fear of rejection, the need to prove herself, the habit of comparing. And she began serving at her church, not as performance, but as healing. Months later, she got a position, but here's the real miracle. When she stepped into that job, she wasn't the same person. She didn't need constant validation. She wasn't desperate. She could say no to toxic pressure. She had peace. And she told me, "I used to think God was late. Now I think God was kind." So what if your delay is not God ignoring you, but God strengthening you? Let's talk about destiny in a grounded way. Some people get blessed fast and lose it fast because speed can deliver what character can't sustain. Delay often does 3 strategic things. 1. Alignment. God may be aligning relationships, timing, resources, or opportunities you can't see yet. You think you're stuck. He may be moving pieces you don't even know exist. 2. Protection. Some doors you want are actually traps with nice lighting, and God's love sometimes looks like not yet because right now would harm you. 3. Pruning. This is painful but holy. God may be removing things that don't belong in your next season. Habits, attachments, distractions, unhealthy connections, rushed motives. Because your next level requires a cleaner heart, clearer mind, stronger spirit. Now let me give you something practical. How to know if you're in God's waiting or in fear's pause. Here's a quick filter. Fear's pause makes you shrink. You avoid, you isolate, you numb. You stop obeying because you're discouraged. God's waiting keeps you moving in small obedience. You still pray, you still grow, you still show up. You still do the next right thing, even if it's small. God rarely gives the whole map. He gives the next step. If you can take the next step, you're not stuck. You're being led. So what do you do right now while the answer hasn't arrived? These are simple but powerful if you actually do them. Step 1. Pray a surrender prayer, short and real. God, I trust your timing. Show me the next small step and shape me while I wait. Not a performance prayer, a partnership prayer. Step 2. Journal the waiting. 3 questions. Write these down and answer them honestly. What is this season exposing in me? What am I trying to control that I need to release? Who is God forming me to become through this? This turns waiting into wisdom. Step 3. Serve while you wait. Don't pause your obedience because your promise is paused. Serving doesn't earn the blessing. Serving protects your heart from bitterness. Step 4. Replace interpretation with truth. When you start thinking, God forgot me, answer it out loud. God is not late. God is intentional. And here's your identity line for this whole season. I'm not delayed. I'm being prepared. Say it until your emotions catch up with your faith. If you're in a season of waiting, I want you to hear this clearly. God's silence is not God's absence. God's delay is not God's denial. And your story is not behind. You're being positioned. So type this boldly in the comments right now. I'm not delayed. I'm being prepared. And if this message helped you, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who feels forgotten in the waiting. Because you're not forgotten. You're being formed.